right, man. Buffalo Bills defensive coordinator Babich. Hopefully, I'm saying that's right. They were doing some type of Buffalo Bill podcast, and I guess it came up who has the most difficult offense to prepare for from a defensive coordinator's obviously standpoint of view. He said it was the Detroit Football Lions from years ago. I remember we played them on 2 seasons ago. We played them on Thanksgiving. Should have won that game had Badgley made that kick, but you know what? I ain't here to judge. People always forget that little known fact that he missed that kick in that game, and that kick probably would have been enough to put the Lions over the top. But nonetheless, man, he said it's just so difficult to prepare for. They do a lot of different things well. He said that's hard to do and hard to prepare for when you do a lot of different things well, and and that's hard to prepare for. And like I said before, I mean that speaks to his organization skills, his ability to teach, his ability to kind of be militant to a certain standard point of view. When you playing football, it's like the ultimate, like how the NFL freeform stuff, and they just like, NBA, excuse me, they just run up and down the court. They don't have any structure. They don't run plays anymore. It's more isolation. In football, you can't do that. Think about the camaraderie in football. Offensively, you got 5 linemen, add the tight end, that's 6. Base formation, let's just say you go, base formation, I formation, you got fullback, you got running back. They got to work in conjunction with the quarterback and the offensive line. The center got to get the protections. The quarterback got to get the protections. The tight end got to work with the 5. And he got to work as a receiver with the quarterback. They working with the quarterback. The receivers working with the tight end and working with the quarterbacks and blocking for the running backs, whoever get the ball. So, like I continue to say, man, so to do a lot of things well, and be able to have a bag where one game you can come out heavy, another game you can spread it out. On first down, we can spread it out. But on second down, we might come out with a heavy formation to be able to be under center and be in a heavy formation and play well, and then spread it out and be able to play well. That speaks to their personnel too. That speaks to the guys they brought in, because usually when you got a power run team, guess what? They don't really make teams like this no more. Usually you got some good athletic offensive linemen that's pulling, that's moving mountains. You got a tight end that's blocking, and that's his job. You got a fullback like Lorenzo Neal coming down the hall, and y'all, you got receivers on the outside. They ain't gonna be here if they can't catch and they can't block. And y'all just saying a hat on the hat. We moving y'all. For you to be able to say, well, we gonna put a hat on the hat and move y'all, or then guess what? We gonna spread you out and put you in space, and we still gonna beat y'all throwing the football. It's as versatile as it gets. And that's one of the reasons I think they drafted Hendon Hooker, is because guess what? He adds an extra dimension. Now you can really spread it out because his ability to be mobile and run. So yeah, I definitely see what he's saying, because the Lions, they can come out in one down in one formation and then come to completely different. They come out and split on a full house, and then they come out 5 wides, and they are efficient and effective. So guess what? As a defense coordinator, you got to be prepared. You got to have the DBs. You got to have the linebackers. They might come out, and for the whole game, they might spread you out with four offensive linemen. With 4 receivers. They might come out 4 receivers, 1 back. You got to prepare for that. We done seen situations where they come out heavy. They pull the tackle and they running behind the tackle, or they might pull the tackle and they might go misdirection and go off and go the opposite. It's just, they are a well structured offense. So you don't know week to week what they gonna do. And I've always said that about the Lions. Like, they needed more of a game plan on a week by week basis. Now, does that game plan always work? Absolutely not. But the ability to pivot off of it, and being able to come back next week and do something else. So, but yeah, that's praise from AFC That's when we started to get hot. After that loss, we got hot. We should have won that game too. People always point to that Carolina game. And the only reason the Lions hadn't arrived earlier to their destination of playoff team and winning the playoff game probably was because, at least the playoffs that year, everybody was injured. People forget we came in this season with a bunch of injuries. Not last season, but 2 seasons ago. We came in with a bunch of injuries. Then Amon Ra went down. Then DeAndre Swift went down early in that season. Then DJ Shark, I think he dropped the ball in Minnesota. He went down in that. We lost a bunch of guys in that Minnesota game alone. That was like the second or third game of the season. So, to be honest, injuries kicked our ass. I think Pascal came in that season. He was injured. We had a bunch of injuries. I pointed that out. I said, well, Lions ain't going to be that good this year. They start off with too many injuries. And then, then they got healthy during that late stretch. They got healthy. They had kicker issues too. So, yeah, then they got healthy, and then it was on like hot butter popcorn. They should have won that Buffalo game. They should have won that Minnesota game. One of those victories, but, Carolina just whooped our ass straight up and down. They lined up and said, y'all not going to stop this. What the Lions come back and do? Short up the run defense. What the Packers do? They got Josh Jacobs. They got DeAndre Swift in Chicago. So you say, what? Let's go ahead and shore up the run defense. DJ Reader, Liam McNeil, Broderick Martin moving mountains out here, moving trailers with jet skis, whatever that's on there. So that's huge praise when the team from 2 years ago, but man, they real tough to prepare for it. You know what I'm saying? They had some dogs on defense too. They had some dogs. So, that's interesting in my humble opinion, man. But yeah, man. But shout out to the Bills. They kind of feel like we feel. They've been waiting on the Super Bowl. Their story a little bit more heartbreaking than ours. Even though we went 0-16, they went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost to the NFC East team every time. So, yeah, that literally had to hurt. And they dying. I root for them. The places like them, Cleveland. When I see teams similar to the Lions and they break their streak, I be happy for them. In baseball, I ain't really got no skin in the game with the Cubs, but when the Cubs won, I felt the relief for them. To be honest, when the Braves won it, I felt the relief for them. Georgia, hadn't won in a long time. Anything in the state of Georgia, they hadn't won the championship in a long time. I was happy to see Kirby Smart and them, get a college football title. As long as it wasn't whipping on our ass in Michigan, but I was happy. I like to see, teams that's struggling, to get championships, win championships. Kind of give me hope for the Lions. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description, hit the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.